How are we doing, everyone? Thank you for joining me for episode 21 of the Charity Lakes uploads. It's Sunday afternoon. I've just got down. There's not many people here at all. There is a big wind that's sprung up and it's blowing the far end of the lake to what I'd normally fish. I parked the van at One Up or Super Mario just in case I'm going to go back in there again so I can put a little bit more bait on my spot. But before I do that, I am going to have a wander around and go up the far end of the lake because the wind is absolutely hammering up there. So I apologise in advance. There could be windy clips in this vlog. So yeah, just advance warning. So apologies if there is. There's not a lot I can do about it. So let's get on with it. Just see the trees blowing around. That's a strong warm wind. It's blowing opposite way to what it has been. So yeah, I'm going to walk around the far end of the lake and we'll see what it's looking like up there. Just walking around by the Tench Lake. I'm looking at the wind pumping into that far corner. There's already somebody sitting there. I knew there would be, and I knew who it would be as well. So I'm not going to mention who it is, but yeah, I kind of knew you'd be there. So the Tench Lake, as far as I'm concerned, is not on the cards for this session because where you'd want to be, a good angler's already sitting there. So definitely not going to crowd him, and the fish are obviously there, else he wouldn't be there. So that makes my life a lot easier. So nice one. Let's carry on the walk round. Just walking around, I don't think you'll see it, but out there there's a black shadow. There's one of the Long Lakes carp just under the surface, not a big one. So I've just been helping a fellow syndicate member out. He's managed to find a big snag in the lake whilst leading around trying to rake a spot, and between us we've just pulled up this monumental tree. So I'll put a picture of that down and show you, and then I'll carry on my walk because I've also found out some other info. So that is certainly a big snag and no longer in the Long Lake. So yeah, glad to help the fellow member get that out. I'm not going to name you because I'm not sure if you want to be or not. So that's that dealt with. I have just been informed by the same person that last night on the main lake and on the Long Lake, the fish had to go spawning again. On the main lake, it was in front of the car park swim and in the bay in that area. So I'm now having a wander around because Super Mario is the next swim on from there. So I'm more than far enough away from the fish if they spawn again, but I don't really want to be setting up near spawning fish. So they spawned the far end of the Long Lake as well. So I could come back up to the one rod spot tonight. I don't know, but I'm going to have a wander around and make a decision. But yeah, I'll bring you back when I found somewhere. Okay, I've made a decision. You'll have to excuse the wind because it's absolutely smashing into this bank. So apologies if this clip's a bit naff. But we're having a night in the beaches. 3 reasons behind that. First reason is I'm as far away from the fish as I can possibly get that are at the far end of the lake in front of the car park spawning, if they still are. Conditions have changed, they may have stopped, but they definitely were spawning in front of the car park last night. Secondly, wind. It's absolutely hammering into this bank. It's a new wind as well. Good chance that a fish could be on the end of it. Like I say, any fish I catch from here, if I'm fortunate enough to catch anything, will definitely not be because they're spawning. And I thought all of them had spawned. That maybe was just the last few that went last night, who knows. But if they're up here for a reason and they're happy to feed. So just want to put across, I'm not fishing for spawning fish. Thirdly, this is where it's going to get windy because I've got to take you out and show you. But as I stand here and watch in the morning, there's the kingfisher hook. Sorry, there's a little bird as well. That was another one. So if I zoom in, there is Super Mario. So I can keep an eye on my spots in the morning. Let's take you back out the wind. Let's cower back in here out the bloody wind because it is a strong wind, which is good. I can keep an eye on my spots in the morning because I'll be up at about 4 o'clock watching the water as always. If I don't have nothing happening here, at least I can see what's happening where I would have been if I hadn't have found out that they were spawning, because I would have gone straight in Super Mario just to put bait on the spot again because you can't pre-bait. But after finding out what I found out, I'm fishing the swim next to where they were spawning. So yeah, that'd be bad angling on my part to go there. So we're going to give this a go. New wind, opposite end of the lake to the spawning fish, if there is any left still spawning. Let's do it. Let's get some rods set up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch all the lines out on all 3 rods because they've not been done this session yet. So I'll get them all stretched out, rigged up. We'll go through things, we'll get some rods out, see what happens. Cool, that's the rods all set up, lines all stretched out. If you're wondering why I've stretched the line out, I've done an actual video on the fluorocarbon main line, how to use it, get the best from it, etc. It's all explained on there. Clever little ploy to get you to watch that if you already haven't, isn't it? But I've had the old marker rod out, I've found my spot. Left hand rod and right hand rod are going to go right close in the edge here because the wind's hitting the bank, and I mean literally the right hand rod is 2.5 wraps on a 10-foot rod, so it's less than 10 yards. The left hand one is pretty much identical length. They're going to go out with just a bag, no bait around them. So I've got a little mesh stocking bag, and they are going to have these on them, which is my usual blowback rig style, 16mm Stickies Manila dumbbell. I tell you what, that pot's getting down now. And then I've got my pot of plastic out today. That's an ESP double buoyant corn. So I've tested it in the edge, and it just sort of like the hook will lay, and it doesn't kick up, but it's trying to lift up. So that means it will fly really quick. The weight of the hook won't be in play. The fish won't realise it's got a hook on it until it's too late. That's my thinking anyway. So 2 rigs like that. This will be the middle and the right hand rod, sorry. On the left hand one, purely because there's a bit of duck activity down here. Same rig, I'm just not having the corn on it, so the hook will be in play here. The fish will feel if something's wrong. So when I cast out, I'm just going to let the lead land. I'm just going to quickly just bounce it so the hook link is straightened out. So when it hits it, it hasn't got time to get rid of it, hopefully. Yeah, all 3 are going to have those. Just going to get hooked on. This long tag I've left on the PVA mesh is so I can then wrap it around the hair, hook it on again and trap the hair. But I will show you that before we cast in. But next job is bait. So what I'm doing bait wise, left hand rod, right hand rod, no bait whatsoever, just the hook, just the bait around the hook, that's it. Middle rod, I'm going to put 15 spoms over the middle rod. Okay, the rules on here at the moment are you're allowed 5 spoms of bait over each rod per 24 hours. So I'm sacrificing putting none over my left and none over my right, so I can put 15 over my middle. So I've still only put 15 spoms out with 3 rods fishing. I've just chosen to not put them over that rod or that rod. I've put all 15 on that rod. So yeah, hopefully that's all good. If it's not, I'm sure I'll get told you can't do that, Kev, but I don't see it's an issue. And the rule, it's just really so people don't go mad with bait, because although there's a lot of big fish in it, and there is a lot of big fish, it's about a 5-acre lake. The fish spend a lot of their time in the bay, so they're not moving, they're not burning off, they don't need to eat loads of food. And it's just, you watch other videos from companies, they're just ploughing it in on venues that have fish that get the heads down. These don't. You're trying to trick them in here. You're not going to get a big feeding frenzy going on in here. I've never known it in all the years I've been on here. It is fish one bite at a time. And the only reason I want to put 15 on that spot is because I'm going to come back in here tomorrow night, and I've got a little carpet out there ready, so I can just put a single hook bait on tomorrow night. So that's my thinking, because I won't be going in Super Mario, because it's, like I say, it's only a couple of days on from spawning. So anyway, let's get on with some bait. So bait wise, like I say, I don't even know if I've got 15 spoms of bait in there. I might not have. That's 2 tins of corn, about 50 boilies, and 2 handfuls of 12mm pellet. That's it. So I don't even think that there probably isn't 15 spoms. There's probably 10 in there. I only used the medium one as well, so really isn't. If I take a big handful out of that bucket, look, that's a lot gone. There really isn't much in there. But the next job is that's going out on that spot. Right, that's us all sorted. I'm just going to go for a walk to the toilet. As I've walked round Long Lake, look at this here. Absolutely alive. So that's something to consider dropping onto tomorrow night. That was sheeting a lot heavier than that as well. When I just walked around the corner before I could get the phone out, Absolutely, it is alive. Look at it down there, look. Whatever's down there is having a really good time feeding, so take note. Could be tomorrow night's spot, who knows. Anyway, I'll see you when we're ready to cast in. Just while I'm tying the rigs up, I will just show you what I mean. This is the hook bait that I've wrapped the paste round. And what I mean by the hair is, you'll see I've hooked it through the bag, or hopefully you can. I've hooked it through the bag, and now what I do with this tag is you get hold of it and you bring it back round, and then you hook it down on the hook point like that. Okay, now that hair can't tangle. That's what the tag is for. So now that's going to go out like that. So next job is get 3 rods out. Let's do it. Something that's just dawned on me, we haven't even done the bloody rod setup, have we? Until it's Sunday. Rod setup again, the 18-pound KORDA fluorocarbon mainline. The blobs are putty, spaced a foot apart. Down to the old lead clip, 3-ounce flat swivel pair, tungsten sleeve, and as you'll see, the hook link I've just shown you, and the little hair trick. Just take that bit of crap off it. Right, now we're going to get 3 rods in. I've actually found a slight issue because my hair is so long, it's very difficult to trap it. So what I've done, I've just got some of my old PVA tape, and between the double corn and the barrel, all I'm then going to do is I'm going to trap it in position on that bag, and I'm going to tuck the tape between it and wrap it around a couple of times, just like that. So now it's trapped, and then I'll just tie an overhand knot. Then I'll tie another overhand knot, so it's a double overhand knot. Tighten that down, trim the tag off. So the tag of PVA, you can leave it on, but it's just more residue to melt around your bait. And now you'll see there's absolutely no way that hair can tangle, no chance. That's actually more effective than the little tag end. So if you had one or the other, go with the PVA around the stick like that. Right, let's get the last rod out. The next clip was going to be me with a coffee in my hand, but something I'm going to just show you before I do that. You'll have to excuse the wind again. I just want to show you the bobbins. These rods have been out about 5 minutes now. No bobbin has been clipped on. They're all just swinging. You'll see, not been clipped on. That line is still sinking. I like to give it a good 15 minutes before I clip my bobbins on. You'll still know if you get a bite because the line will still pull tight and set the buzzer off, but don't be in a rush to get your bobbins on. Let the line sink, because if you put the bobbins on too soon, it can only sink to the tension that the bobbin's pulling it out. It can't go anymore. So for now, we'll get a coffee on, then I'll clip some bobbins on. Cheers everyone, it is that time. I just say a massive thanks for supporting the channel in whatever way that you do. Each video I seem to put out, the subs keep going up. I'm trying to make this one a bit of a longer one because a few people have said, oh mate, we're missing the length of it. I was just trying to make blanking videos not as long, but it seems like you're just happy watching whatever I put up. So yeah, they'll be as long as they are. But yeah, for you long-term supporters and that, thank you very much. And anyone that's new, have a look, see what you think to the channel. There is videos, quite a few on there now. If you want to be a subscriber, just click the button. It is free, it doesn't cost you nothing, and you can subscribe at any time, which a few of you might, because let me put the coffee down. Tonight's food update. I know Wayne will be seething when he sees this. Tonight I am burning absolutely nothing because we're back on the fruit, the old strawberry, blueberry, blackberry and Greek yogurt. That is tonight's update. There is no burning in this vlog whatsoever, not a thing. So if you're here for the burning, take it easy, see you on the next one, because there ain't none. But for now, let's get on with the fishing and let's see if we can't catch something tonight, because it's been probably 10 blanks, is it? I don't know. I'll have to look back and see when I caught the last bloody fish. I don't know myself. Hopefully, fingers crossed though, no tench. I know someone watching this will be dying to catch a tench. I'm trying not to catch a bloody tench, so there we go. I'm just Oh, that was a duck just dived down the edge here. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, before I eat this, I will swing round and I'll just actually clip the bobbins on because they're still not on the line yet. So I best do that. Anyway, see you in a bit. You'll see cloud cover has come over. The wind's eased off a bit. I'm just going to go pop them bobbins on now. So excuse the beeps if you hear any. Just move the old net in the middle as well because we're going to need that tonight. Come on, let's have one tonight. Well, that's it for the night. You can just see the old sun reflecting what's left of it anyway on the lake. I'm all settled in, tidied up now. I have seen a fish show off the corner of the island, but that's nothing uncommon for in here. Didn't look a big fish, to be honest. And I have seen a small patch of fizzing over the right hand rod. Only about 3 or 4 bubbles come up, but you never know. There's no bait down there, so the only bait that is there is my hook bait. But it is still about 8 feet there where I am, maybe 9. So it could just be a passing fish, but you never know. Hopefully tonight I'm going to bring you back with an actual bloody fish. Carp being the older required species, not a bream or a tench, but you can't help but pick your hook bait up sometimes. But up to now, those bigger baits have been keeping the tench off me. So let's hope if a rod does go off, it's a carp. So yeah, maybe see you in the night. Fingers crossed. Well, that's nice. Bit of rain falling out the sky. It is forecast showers on and off with possible thunderstorms tonight. When the wind blows, which luckily it's easing off a bit now, it does blow it straight in me bloody shelter, but there you go. Can't have a surfer moaning about getting wet, can you? So it is what it is. Have seen another fish sort of out in the middle-ish there where I'm pointing now. So in no man's land. It's not really in any pegs water, but that's 2 fish I've seen. So yeah, hopefully could be a sign that there's more down here and one might fancy a bit of a munch. So let's hope I bring you back in the night with a picture or a little clip with me holding the landing net with a big old carp in it. Because yeah, we're definitely due one on the vlogs, aren't we, people? Well, it's 20 past 2 in the morning. Just been woken up by this. Oh yes. We've got a decent one in the net. Don't know weight on that. Just over 25. Okay, I thought this one was going to go 30, but no, it feels quite hollowed out. Just over the 25, as you hopefully just seen. I don't know how good the lighting is. It's first time using this, but yeah. Thank you very much. You've ended a blank and you're going to kick. It's ended a blank run. Beautiful fish. Let's have a look at the other side and then we'll get the hook hole treated and we'll get it back. It's got a noticeable ulcer on this side, so I don't know if I ever caught it again. But thank you, Mr. Carp. It's been too long, hasn't it? We'll get the hook hole treated, get it back. That's it. Oh no, you're ready to go back. Yep. Relax. Relax. Thank you. I don't fancy a beating. Calm down. Right, let's give you a drop of this stuff. And the hook hold. Little dab of water to seal it. Thank you very much, Mr. Carpy. You let me know when you're ready. Yeah. Thank you very much. Happy days. This is the best lighting I can give you under the circumstances. Oh, that's a bit better. My bivvy light's in the van. Didn't expect to be getting up during the night. I'm used to such a good night's sleep these days, but we've had one. Finally, the blank runs over. It's just how it is, and you could easily catch another next session and then go another 10 sessions again without catching nothing. It's just how it is. I thought that was bigger than that in the net. I looked and I thought you could do the 3-0, but no, it's quite empty. When you're holding it, you can feel it. It's quite hollowed. That was on the right hand rod. That was the double corn and the old dumbbell with the long hair. It just shows though that's still a good 30mm bait with a good centimetre and a bit hair. That was properly nailed. That was never coming out. So a 25 pounder, it nails it. A 30, it's definitely going to, and same with a 40. So yeah, don't be scared to put longer rigs on and bigger hairs, bigger baits. They can engulf the lot. And that was literally 8 yards from the bank, 9 yards maybe. Just shows they do come right under your rod tips. But you'll already now know what footage I got, what pictures, film footage, etc. I don't when I'm making this. Hopefully you can see I'm holding a fish. That's good enough for me. It's not about a picture for me. It's just about coming out and catching a fish. And yeah, I'm just glad I've put a fish on the vlog for you lot. But for now, I'm going to get tidied up, get my head down. Like I say, I've got about an hour and a half before my alarm's going to go off. And I'll see you for a morning coffee update. Happy days. Well, just like that, as you'll hear, if I turn my light on, it's absolutely smashing it down out there. It's blowing right in the shelter at me, but never mind, everything comes at a price. Look at it. Happy days. Farmers will be happy, won't they? I'm getting absolutely piss wet. Look at my bag. We're going to find out if it's waterproof or not, aren't we? Right, I'm off to bed. Good morning again. Yeah, no more fish to report. Put the rod back out. It's just got light. Thought, you know what, let's get it back out, put a fresh lead on, touch the hook up so the hook's sharp again. Exact same setup, same spot, no bait. And we'll see what it brings, because I've still got a good 2.5 hours of bite time left, so it makes sense to get that rod in. It's not going to damage the middle rod or the left hand rod putting it back out, so it can only be a bonus to have it back in the water. But for now, I'm just going to sit, watch the water, have a look, see what happens, get the kettle on, so I feel like I've not slept now, but we've had a fish, so it's all good. Well, there's nothing to report so far this morning, apart from, yeah, it's raining again. And as you can see from the wind blowing straight back in here again. Lovely. Right, better just get out. We'll just quickly, yeah, you know it is, drain the water out your crocs. Let's see the damage. It's definitely a shame I'm going to work this morning, because this looks bang on now. Proper conditions, a big wind, racing grey skies, downpours, wet. Let's have a look. Speaking of wet, how's the bed? Yeah, that's fairly wet. I'm not too bad, to be fair. It's yeah, that come out of nowhere. It's actually puddles on the road. That's how much it's rained last night. So never mind. Just walking around having a look. Yeah, everything's piss wet. Right, I still ain't done that coffee yet. To be honest, I fell back asleep because I was knackered. But yeah, that looks proper bang on for another fish. But I've got about an hour left. You never know, could fluke another. Cheers all, finally got that coffee made. Conditions have changed. Let's have a wander outside the shelter now. Blue skies are coming over. So, maybe not so bad for going to work after all, is it? I've got about half an hour left now. Some fizzing right in close here by my rod tips. Zoom in. That'll be a tench. We don't want none of those, do we? We want the carp. And that's what we've had. So, I'm going to have my coffee and then, yeah, start getting stuff wrapped down, folded down, ready to go. So, wet pack down, but it's going to be a blue, hot, sunny day again. So, when we get back later, we'll get dried out. But yeah, a bit of a longer vlog, isn't it? Right, that's enough of that. Let's get sorted. Well, it's that time. A bit of a different one. I'm just giving the older shelter in bed a few minutes in the sun, but you'll see rods are packed away, so I'm going to walk my net, unhook him out and all that back, give it just a few more minutes to dry, and then I'm going to get out of here. So it's time for the outro. That's it then, people. Episode 21 result. I don't know how many blanks it was up till then, but it's like I said, it's just how this place is. You don't let them get to you, just keep going. Some point it'll happen. Last night it happened. Hopefully tonight it's going to happen again. I am going to try come back in here tonight if I can. If someone's here, someone's here. We've got the long lake to look at. I'm not going to go back in Super Mario yet. I'm going to wait till later in the week just to give them an extra couple of days. They definitely didn't spawn in here last night, 100%. The weather completely changed and stopped that. Hopefully they're all done and dusted now anyway. But this episode, that's done and dusted. So again, from me, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, thumbs up on this one. I can get away asking for it because there is actually something on here to show you. And if you're a newbie, have a look through the channel. So if you want to stick around, be a subscriber. If you do, much appreciated by me. But until next time, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're out and about enjoying yourselves. If you are, be lucky, and we'll see you on the next one.